Officer Robyn Stecklein of North Aurora Police joins us now to talk about the Citizens Police Academy. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
You were telling me that this is something the North Aurora Police has been involved in for quite a while.
For over 20 years now. We do it every other year.
And this is a really intriguing program for me. I've heard about Citizens Police Academy. I've always wanted to do it. It's a chance for regular people who are not police officers to learn more about your job?
Yes, it's geared toward residents to come and see what we do and have a better understanding of the police world and why we make certain decisions. It also builds a good rapport with our residents. They end up being our friends after taking the class a lot of times.
How many people can take the class?
We'd like to keep it small so they get more out of it. We keep it under about 25 people.
Okay, 25 people. And how many officers do they meet in the course of the class?
They can meet up to at least 10 to 15 of us.
So that's pretty nice. They get a good chance to really become friends with their police force.
Yeah, and get to know us and understand why we do the things we do. We have a pretty good curriculum, and we have certain officers teach what their expertise is in.
So how long does the class itself last? How many weeks, or what is involved in this?
It's a class for 2.5 hours. It starts from 6 at night till 8:30 p.m. It's a 10-week course. It starts February 21st. We start out with the orientation, the hiring process, and the training process that officers have to go through. That's our first night. Then we go on, teach a little bit about criminal law, traffic law. That's what everyone's interested in because a lot of people have been stopped by the police. We have a special agent from the FBI come in and talk about that in gangs. We try to make it very educational, yet we try to make it fun. We have a DUI class where they wear the fatal vision goggles and drive through a course on a golf cart.
Oh my gosh.
How that is. We have practical exercises too where they will do a traffic stop on the police and see kind of what we have to go through. Mm-hmm. We have a firearms training simulator. So there's a screen and they decide to shoot or not shoot. They go through a little class of use of force prior to that. It's all simulated. Mm-hmm. And then they have a better understanding, or they don't judge police so much when there's something on the news that involves a police shooting, mm-hmm. that they know there's a lot more involved.
Throughout the weeks, they're finding out it's a harder job than it looks.
Yes.
You know, there's a lot more involved that you have to do than we realize. But I'm thinking that as a participant from the very first class on, you'd get more and more curious and you'd want to learn more and more. I mean, your wheels will start turning in your head and you think, wow, I want to find out about this, I want to find out about that. Are you seeing that happen?
Yes, there's a lot of great questions coming in. Like I said, they do appreciate anyone. I've never had someone leave the course and say, wow, we don't like the police anymore or anything like that. They have a lot better understanding. They get to go for a ride along too, like a 4-hour block with one of the officers, mm-hmm. on a regular shift. They could go on midnights, day shift, whatever's convenient for their schedule.
And how often do you offer this?
We offer the Citizens Police Academy every other year.
Every other year. So this is a very special opportunity. Take it now, don't wait, because it's going to be 2 years before you get to take it again.
Yes.
Is there a cost?
There's no cost.
Absolutely no cost. And what about a commitment for the people that are taking it? Is there like because you're doing a great service.
The only commitment we ask is they try to show up. We understand spring break if someone goes out of town or if you miss 1 or 2 classes, but since you're taking a spot in the class, we ask you to try to make the majority of classes.
Okay, so just come, meet us, get to know us, and find out what we're doing. There's no commitment on the other end as far as helping it in the future, or any opportunities. Do you find people that are looking for opportunities once they take the class?
Some are looking for opportunities. We follow it up sometimes too. We have, I don't know if you've heard of our community emergency response team. It's called CERT. We follow it up and a lot more people are interested than in helping people, and some people go through that class then also.
Okay, so there is an opportunity for them to continue
or
on.
Or some volunteering.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you have to, you're looking for adults. Do you
over
have any,
18.
Over 18. So. Do you have any physical requirements that
No.
are needed?
There's nothing that's needed, and if there's someone who wouldn't feel comfortable doing a mock traffic stop or using the firearm simulator. They do not have to participate. They could sit and watch. They can take it as far as they want to, just to learn.
Well, you know, police work has changed and developed throughout the years, and even in the last 5 or 10 years, it's really changed. And what you're expected to do and what you're expected to know continues to get more challenging, doesn't it?
Yes, there's a lot of things now with mental illness. We're trying to work better with the community there and, you know, respond differently and get them to work with us too.
That's a really nice program that you're offering, and I think it's wonderful. I've heard about it in other communities. If you want to get involved, what do you have to do to sign up?
There is a short form you have to fill out. We do a brief background check. We prefer no one with felonies, depending on how recent. If it was 50 years ago, we may allow them in class.
Okay, speeding
Those
tickets,
type of
not really a
things.
problem.
Not a
right?
problem, yes.
Fender benders, not necessarily a problem, but you're looking for something more serious.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, what has been the reaction to just people that have been taking the class? What are you hearing from them?
Oh, they go out and tell their neighbors, and then they wish there was a class right following that. Because then a lot of people say, when are you offering it again? My neighbor wants to come. And they'd like to go through it again. I've had people say, can we go through it again? We have to give everyone a chance.
Yeah, but it's a big commitment from the police force to do this, you know? This is your tax dollars at work, so you should take advantage of it, right?
Oh, definitely. And like I said, we try to make it enjoyable, but yet educational. We haven't had any complaints of anyone who's been through it. And all of our instructors, we use our own officers, like I said, that might be an expert more with the criminal law, or our master firearms instructors to teach the firearms portion. So they get the best of our officers.
And Robyn, you said it starts on February 21st.
Yes.
6 to 8:30 p.m. How do we register? How do we get the application and get started?
You can either send me an email directly. I can get you the form. It's also on our website. Just go under the Citizens Police Academy and get it to me ahead of time, and then I'll send you a letter saying you've been accepted.
And before we started our interview today, you were telling me a little bit more about what you do. This is one of the things that you do, but you're also involved in some other outreach in the community.
Yes, I work with, I have a good opportunity. I'm the crime prevention unit. So I'm part of Triad that works with seniors to help seniors prevent them from becoming victims of scams and other things. We hold presentations for those. I teach the Too Good for Drugs program. It used to be called DARE, pretty much the same thing in our schools.
So you're dealing with the youngest and all the way up to the oldest citizens of North Aurora. It's a good bet you've met Robyn or seen her involved in your schools, involved in your community, and this is a great new way to get involved and to learn more about her job and the other officers at North Aurora Police. Thank you so much for sharing this with us today. We'll take a break. We'll be back with someone you should know right after this.